Are you tired of crashing? Do you hate it when you randomly spin out? Do you just want to drive the really cool car you loaded up? Well, don't worry, my friends, because I have just the guide for you. This is How to Drive in BeamNG. So be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So of course, first thing you want to do is load up the game. Choose one of your preferred maps, whichever one it is, it doesn't matter. Next thing you want to do is load up a car with pretty high power, such as this one I have right here. Now of course I know exactly what you're thinking, but Orlando, I want to learn how to drive. How is driving a high power car, which would usually be more difficult, going to help? Well, you'll see my reasoning in just a second. So what you want to do is choose your preferred camera angle and just go for a leisurely drive. Don't drive too fast, just, cruise, as some would say. For me, my preferred camera is the driver's camera, which is basically an interior view with snappy camera controls and stuff like that. So, as I said, take off and just drive slowly, or however fast you want to drive, just as long as it's not too fast. Now what you're doing is getting a feel for the car, understanding how it drives, how fast it accelerates, how fast it stops, how it takes corners, how it handles, even how the tires feel, everything like that. Of course, if you don't have a wheel, you can still use these principles on a controller or even on a keyboard. You're just focusing on how the car responds to certain inputs. Now when you come to more straight pieces of road, such as this one, well, this is a bad example, but you get the idea. You really want to lay into the throttle and see how the car responds. For example, in my car, definitely something like that, you should slow down a bit, but you sort of want to focus on how the car dips around and handles at higher speed. Like, oh my god, that was very close to the wall there. This car does not have the best suspension, to say the least. And it's bouncing around quite a lot as we basically go at top speed down here. And oh my god, those trees are going by very fast there. Oh dear, oh dear. That's, well, you see, that's not too good. It does show, though, even someone who's got a fair bit of experience in this game can still screw up. Although that was just more because I had no knowledge of where the map goes. But still, point still is there. Anyway, you can just recover your car just like that, and keep driving. So, as you're going at a higher speed here, you'll notice your car has much poorer handling. Of course, this is what you would expect. BeamNG simulates a lot of things, and one of those things is suspension, one of the things it does best, actually. Now, because it does suspension so well, when you're driving at higher speed, just like that, especially in cars with crappy suspension like this, your car will dip around a lot, and you'll get what is known as understeer. Now this can happen in any car, but it's definitely more prominent in cars such as this. What it is when your front wheels don't grip, but your rear wheels do. So even if you're turning, your car will just basically go in a straight line. Now, the only way to stop this is by easing out of all of your inputs until the car gets grip again, and then you can turn whichever way you want. The worst thing you can do here is to turn more in whatever direction you're turning. That will just make the understeer worse and will most definitely result in a crash. The next concept we'll be talking about is oversteer. So pull your car over, like so. Move to an outside camera, and then just put your foot down and then let go of the clutch. If you're in an automatic car or on a controller or something like that, then just put it in neutral and then floor it and then put it in first gear. As you can see, when you lift off, there's what we call wheel spin, which is when the grip of your driving wheels is too low to support the amount of power being delivered to them. So they just break traction from the surface you're driving on and spin wildly. It may look cool, but it's not the best thing for acceleration, nor is it the best thing during cornering. Now, when you get wheel spin during cornering, usually it results in oversteer, which is when the rear end of the car sort of pulls out and tries to overtake the front, as some people describe it. Now, most of you would probably view this as drifting, and it is also pretty cool, but when you're just trying to drive fast, not so much. So the best thing you can do to avoid oversteer is to just be slow on the throttle, and definitely just try and get off the throttle as much as you can in corners where you have to do a lot of steering movement, and even in corners without a lot of steering movement. Anyways, that's about the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. To be honest, this was more of a parody video, although as I started recording it and adding voiceover and everything like that, it sort of became an actual, like, guide type of thing. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Here's some footage of me giving a rally car a bit of a thrash, so you know, that'd be something interesting to watch while you listen to my boring ass voice. And yeah, you know, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.